Oof, it's not looking pretty for Palantir stock here, guys, at all. And the entire stock market is down as well, which we have to cover. Not only Palantir here, but we're also going to break down some news around Palantir and the overall stock market. What's going on with the indexes, my thoughts. So hit the like button. Do not forget to subscribe to this channel and my second channel, which is linked down below, Stas Surfest or Stas Talks Money. It's a personal finance reaction channel, and we're doing a giveaway at 1,000 subscribers. We're almost at 800 subs, guys, so make sure to subscribe to that channel as well and get your 30 stocks from Moomoo. Deposit at least $100, you get 5 stocks. Deposit at least $2,000, you get 25 more stocks. So if you guys want 30 free stocks, you have 3 days to do it, less than that actually. Use that link down below or go to stasurfest.com/Moomoo. And now let's break down Palantir. We're down about 6% on the day. It's almost noon on the East Coast when I'm making this video. You're probably watching it a little bit later on. Either way, we have to cover what's going on here, guys. All the indexes are down. The Russell's down 2%, QQQ 2.1%, S&P 1.5%, and the Dow's down 1.2%, as the VIX, the mighty old VIX, is up 9.5%, pushing back over 20 points. So Palantir now, it's about to book, I think it's 4th straight red day. I think Palantir, or maybe the 5th. Yeah, it's been downtrending all week. We hit almost $100 per share back on the 25th, which was what, Tuesday? And now we're down to $85, so we're down a good 13% in correction territory just from where we were a couple of days ago. Obviously, we're in a bear market. Looking at the all-time high here, the bear market's gotten worse in the last couple of days, right, as the overall market has been slipping. Again, I just showed you guys the indexes, or I told you how bad they are right now with the VIX up almost 10%. So Palantir is now taking out the lows, obviously, from yesterday. Yesterday, we held around $89, $90 a share. We did that as well on Wednesday. But now we're just free falling back to the mid-80s. And I'm not surprised considering the overall market is collapsing. I mean, you got to realize, guys, Palantir is a high beta, high growth stock. It's going to get hit pretty aggressively during times like this. And we're back under both moving averages on the 1 hour time frame. We have a death cross right here forming on Palantir slightly. You guys see that. And we were above the 180 SMA, at least on this time frame, for a good, I don't even know, man, about 2 weeks roughly. And now we're, breaking trend there. Not ideal overall for the bulls in the short term. And you guys can see here on the 4 hour chart, we're starting to slip as well. We're now under the 50 and the 180 moving averages on this time frame, which we were above them for a couple of trading days. Now we have a death cross forming on this time frame as well, with the EMA crossing under the 180 SMA and the 50 SMA. Not ideal. And that inverse head and shoulders that we talked about that was starting to play out, well, that's out the window. It's out the window now, guys, at least for now. And it seems like Palantir is right at the old all-time high, being about 83 to 85 bucks. We're right there right now, holding that spot as support, which we're holding it by a thread. This is ideal for the bulls to hold this point. But if we slip through $83, this could be dumping, guys. It could be dumping even worse in the short term. Maybe we start filling the gap down to, let's say, $70 again. $70 was the low from the 10th of March. That was also support for quite some time in December, all throughout the end of January, right? You guys see it right here. So that is where we could be going, potentially, if we fall through this $83 to $84 level, which granted, we're holding it right now, but I don't know if I'm too confident we're going to continue to hold it in this type of market that we're in. So let me set my alert right now at $83 per share. Mark is at or below. And let me now pull up this news that we recently got regarding Palantir cutting over 60% of their IT team, which they're using more artificial intelligence and they're getting more efficient, which that's the reality of AI, guys. Unfortunately, a lot of people, I don't know about a lot, but a good amount of people, depending on the industry you're in, they're going to lose their jobs, as companies try and become more lean, more efficient, right? They're going to lean more on artificial intelligence, and people are going to lose their jobs. That's the reality. It kind of sucks, I'm not going to lie, but that's kind of where things are now and where they're heading. So Palantir is rewriting the rules of corporate IT, and investors should pay attention, says this article. In a recent interview, CIO Jim Siders revealed that Palantir has slashed its IT headcount from over 200 to fewer than 80. That's, again, a 60% slice or a slash right there, all while accelerating growth and maintaining operational edge. And the move isn't just cost cutting, it's strategic. By leveraging its own AI powered Foundry platform, Palantir has embedded IT functions directly into business units, replacing legacy silos with agile, federated systems. It's a radical shift that reflects a bigger cultural mindset inside Palantir. Challenge everything, especially structures that no longer serve the mission. Siders credited an MIT professor's push to abolish the IT department as a wake-up call, and Palantir ran with it. The result? Well, faster decision-making, tighter feedback loops, and lower operational drag. It's a clean break from the bloated IT departments most corporates are still clinging to, and instead of centralizing tech, Palantir pushes it to the edge, closer to the teams that actually need it, right? With AI doing more of the heavy lifting, the company is proving that leaner can also mean smarter, faster, and more scalable. And the evolution comes as Palantir approaches $4 billion in annual revenue and rides a wave of commercial momentum while others scramble to right size in an AI-driven world. Palantir is already operating like the future has arrived. For investors, this could signal something bigger than internal efficiency. It's actually a blueprint for modern enterprise architecture that could expand margins and unlock new value as AI adoption accelerates. And again, it's going to accelerate more and more and more as time goes on. And the reality is, guys, a lot of people are going to lose their jobs depending on what industry they're in. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of industries that AI can't really disrupt, at least now, which I don't want AI to just take over everything, right? I'm not that kind of guy that's like, AI's got to rule the world. I'm not a big fan of that, but the reality is we got to live in reality here, guys. It's going to take jobs, right? And companies are going to notice. They're going to be like, wait a second, why do I have 500 people working in IT? We could have 200 people and maybe be even more productive, actually be more productive, more efficient, right? Profit margins will go up. A lot of companies are probably going to do this, which is kind of scary. If you're a younger person, you're trying to figure out what you want to do in life. You're in college. You're trying to figure out your major, right? What to study. A lot of people are studying, computer science, software engineering, a lot of different industries I think are going to get disrupted and you might be in trouble. I'm not saying for sure. I'm not some kind of guru, guys. I don't know for sure, but I'd be a bit hesitant, studying software engineering, coding, computer science, even accounting, a bunch of even certain things in law, God knows what AI is going to disrupt. I just said accounting. I think accounting I think that industry is going to be completely different in 10, 20 years. I mean, guys, you don't really need an accountant. I mean, do you really? Like, let's be honest here. If you have a W-2 job, even if you have a business, you're one, like me, for example, I have a business, this is my business, media, whatever you want to call it. I do have a tax guy that I could call, right? But do I really need this tax guy? Probably not. I have all my stuff in QuickBooks, right? I have all my expenses dialed in, right? I kind of know what I'm doing. I mean, I have a business major myself. I went to business school. I kind of know a little bit about, accounting. You don't really need. I think accountants are going to be in trouble, in my personal opinion, in 5, 10, 15 years for sure. I don't think accountants are going to be in heavy demand as they are now. Maybe only for complicated businesses, right? Complicated tax returns, different structures, of the way you want to structure your business. Sure, those people are going to need accountants most likely still, but for the average Joe, for somebody with a small business with no employees, right? They use software that tracks their expenses, and you can just do your taxes on the software. It does it for you pretty much. You don't need an accountant, right? And this AI is going to disrupt a bunch of different industries like it has been, like it already is, and it's only a matter of time. So I'd be careful, man. If you're a younger person watching this video, think long and hard on what you're studying right now, what your future career aspects are, because AI could be coming to take your lunch, right? And accounting is still obviously, respectable, valuable degree, valuable field to get into. But I would try and get into, business accounting, or, try and do taxes for, more complicated corporations. I think that will always be a thing. But if you're doing individual taxes for the average Joe, I think you might be in trouble at some point. I don't know. I could be wrong. What do you guys think about that? We got a little off topic there from Palantir, but it kind of applies. We're talking about AI a little bit here. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Run the likes up. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and my second channel, link down below. We're doing a giveaway at 1,000 subs, and get your 30 stocks from Moomoo. Deposit at least $100. You get 5 stocks. Deposit at least $2,000. You get 25 more stocks, and your uninvested cash now will earn up to 8.1% APY. Guys, I'm telling you, it's a no-brainer, and you have less than 3 days to get on the deal. Use that link down below, or again, go to starsurfest.com/Moomoo. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you guys in the next video.